I graduated back in May of 2025 at the age of 25 years old, already feeling behind in life. And like what I'm expected to do after graduating, I tried finding a job, but I failed to do so after 600 job applications with 0 interviews to show for it. But then it dawned on me that I will most likely never have this much amount of free time in my life ever again, that I have now unemployed out of college, and that there has always been one thing that I've wanted way more than a job, and that was to pack a backpack and set out to travel the world. My name is Muhammad Ahmed, and that is exactly what I did. Everyone always wants to find purpose in what they do, and that includes travel as well. I do have 2 goals that I want to achieve out of this. 1, to get out of my comfort zone and actually talk to people, make friends, and say yes. I'm a more introverted person who has always had childhood friends to hang out with, and because of that, I never really felt the need to make new ones. But I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice by keeping to myself and not making connections with people that I meet and share experiences. And 2 was to become a YouTuber. This is something that I have wanted to become ever since I was a kid. I wanted to travel the world and make videos of my experiences. Before leaving, I started off with 105 subscribers, and my goal was to hit 100,000. I have all this time on my hands, so why not go out there and really try to make this thing happen? But there's one very big obvious problem, and that is money. I'm not some sort of big creator that gets brand deals, and I'm not sponsored in any sort of way. I don't have rich parents, and I'm obviously unemployed. That leaves the question, how did I make all the money to fund for this trip? And it's just 2 words: Uber Eats. That's right, I am proud to say that I earned all of my money myself just off of food deliveries. Everything, whether it's all the clothes that I have, my backpack, my camera, all the way to my MacBook, everything I've earned myself doing Uber Eats. I went through the blood, sweat, and tears of having to deal with all these customers delivering their food in the middle of the night, early morning in the day, rain or shine, and I did it because I needed to go on this trip.
I'm finally done.
One of the issues that I've faced for a long time is overthinking things, procrastinating, and just trying to think of the perfect plan, even though I know that perfect really doesn't exist. I have always wanted to go to Japan, but I just kept delaying it, whether it was trying to finish school or finding the perfect timing to where all my friends are able to go. But as I get older, I know I lose the luxury of having time.
Oh god, man. Even now I'm like kind of second guessing myself and trying to think of a plan, bro. This is crazy. Dude, I just gotta buy this ticket quick, bro. Just buy it, man. Filled out my information and I accept purchase. Oh my god, I actually did it. Oh my god, I can't stop laughing. Bro, I felt so nervous. I feel a little bit better now, but oh my god, bro. Oh my god, I'm about to wreck everything.
And now, it was finally time for me to go. And like I just said, I like to overthink things and try to make the perfect plan. So what would be the best solution to this? It was to do the exact opposite. I bought a one-way ticket to Tokyo with absolutely no plan, and along with that, a 1-week stay there at a hostel.
Finally made it, bro.
That is it. So when I left, I had no idea where exactly I was going or for how long. I started adjusting to staying at a hostel for the first time and geeking out about being in Japan for about a day now. But before I even knew it...
What is your name? Yo, my name is Alex. We here in Japan. We just met like 10 minutes ago.
Literally, yeah.
And
what are we about to do right now?
We going to Akihabara, man. That's straight anime goon land, bro.
Alex had started talking to me at the hostel after he had just checked in. And within a few minutes, he had asked me to hang out with him. And as a more introverted person who is trying to put himself out there more, that was music to my ears.
This guy uses Apple Maps instead of...
Bro, Apple Maps is better than Google Maps. I don't care what anyone says.
Apple instead of Google Maps, right?
And by the next day, our group had doubled.
So we have assembled the squad here.
We have recruited new members.
Right, we have... What's your name?
Camille.
Camille. Okay, what's your... And then y'all remember Eugene. Yeah.
And this was the first time in my life where I truly felt like I found my people. We all liked working with the camera, whether it was photography, videography, or something to do with social media. And we were all solo traveling to Japan at the same time. Literally none of us knew each other beforehand, but within a span of 24 hours, we became friends and ran around Tokyo together doing whatever we wanted to for a week straight. And it was like a dream come true, man. I felt free knowing I was in Japan for as long as I wanted to be. I found such an amazing group of people to be with, and I was finally able to record the travel vlogs for my YouTube channel like I always wanted to.
These are my last moments right here.
It was good, bro.
Camille, Eugene, Alex.
The last generational run.
As much as I didn't want to leave, I kept moving forward to the next cities in Japan. And as I captured footage at each place I went to, I kept uploading videos. But the videos weren't doing as well as I wanted them to. One video was where I stayed at a cheap hostel in Nikko, explored the area, and met someone to help me practice my Japanese.
俺の日本語は上手だ。
上手。
上手。見て。
めっちゃわかる。
めっちゃわかる。ありがとう。
Which only got 59 views. And then the next video was where I was able to do a big bucket list food challenge in Morioka that I've been wanting to do for years.
Thank you.
Which also did just as well. And it feels bad when something you work so hard on just flops, bro. I spent many hours just running around, recording footage, spending money, editing, but there wasn't too much to show for it at the end. And you know, it starts to feel hopeless. And while I did have some fun times, I also had some unpleasant ones as well. Like, do you remember that cheap hostel that I mentioned earlier during my stay in Nikko?
It's like I look sickly, dude. I have 80, I counted, I have about 80 bites, dude. Some of them I can't even count correctly because they're just like all bundled up next to each other. And my skin is like just way too red, right? Look at this, bro. Oh my God.
And while things were looking like they were in the dumps, I started to get some hope.
This is me almost throwing up 3 times at this nice Japanese restaurant. So
I actually had a video of mine doing the Wanko Soba challenge go viral on Instagram. And after L after L after L, this really motivated me to keep moving forward. I ended up finding a volunteer opportunity to teach English for a month in South Korea.
look at this. When you want to cross the road, the light starts turning green.
And this felt like a soft reset for me. It's a new country with new opportunities.
Bro, I 100% thought that the place that I was going to be staying at was going to be super low key, like a little bit outside the city, but like there's literally buildings and architecture everywhere, bro. Everywhere. Oh my God. This is nice. It's been about like an hour so far that I've been actually outside, you know, walking around and stuff. And I already like it. I already love this place, bro.
I went out to explore Seoul and tried some Korean barbecue for the very first time. And I also went on a tour to see the DMZ, which really made me feel blessed for what I
You know,
have.
it's just such a privilege, man. This is something I've always wanted to do, is just travel and get out of my small town.
And although these were all very fun things to do, it wasn't nice knowing that the host to your volunteer opportunity was a narcissistic Koreaboo who was only being a volunteer host in Korea so that she could have a free place to stay and party every other night. And in doing so, create a toxic environment. And really, this isn't the ideal experience to have while also thinking about making content. But regardless, I was not gonna let this ruin why I actually came all the way out here for. And I still had my first goal in mind.
I'm sorry, what?
What is your name?
De Beer. Nice to meet y'all.
This guy has been staying with me here. That same volunteer opportunity.
What is your opinion so far about solo travel?
I think my favorite part of solo traveling is definitely like the friends, the people that I meet, you know, because I feel like a lot of my friends, when they graduated, they wanted to go to like 10 different countries and see 20 bajillion different landmarks and stuff, but I'm like, you know, I'll just go to a few countries, but I'll actually talk to people and make some good friends. I think that's more important.
This really helped me keep my hopes up as I wanted to continue traveling and just keep moving forward. Eventually, a month had passed in Korea and I was on to my next destination. Now, I never liked thinking about the thought of, what if I never reach my goals as a YouTuber and instead I'm working a job I don't even like for the rest of my life? And although it's not really a traditional job, I found a volunteer opportunity to do social media content for a hostel in Taichung. Now, this lets me ease two different things. One, I gain experience working with a business, something that I could actually put on my resume for potential employers to see. And two, which is way more important to me, getting 10 free nights at this hostel so that I can save money. And I gotta say, this volunteer experience was a complete contrast to my first one in Korea.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't like.
Eventually, I made it to Taipei. I had gotten another volunteer opportunity at a hostel for 2.5 weeks, but this time I was just doing some basic housekeeping and cleaning, and also drinking some boba as a reward. It had been 3 months into my journey at this point, and my goal had always been to post one vlog a week, but I started slipping and became inconsistent with that. I began to feel the burnout of making content while constantly being on the move. I'm always sharing a hostel room with like 10 other people who love to make loud noises at 3 in the morning. And also me myself just never having a consistent schedule to follow. Quite honestly, at this point I was exhausted and I didn't even want to leave my hostel for any reason. I wanted to go home. But this is when I met someone.
Do you think she's cute?
Yeah, stone-faced.
It was the night before at the hostel, and we were bonding over the fact that our AC was not working properly in our room.
My name is Jonas. I'm from Finland.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We met yesterday.
We met last night. We're staying at the same hostel and everything, and he decided he wanted to come over here.
Asked him to join, and
Yes.
he said, sure.
And I was making excuses this morning of not to come, but I was like, you know what, no.
Yeah, and then
I'll
he
come.
said, just give me 10 minutes.
I took 20, and then
after
yeah.
30 minutes you were
Yeah, after 30 minutes, and then we finally got on the move.
And I started to remember that I was where I was at this moment because I decided to say yes. That I decided that I wanted to go on this trip and go after my goal
Got
of
slippery
becoming a
now.
YouTuber. And that despite the burnout, that this is still what I want to do.
Got this big, beautiful ocean. Let's go.
I kept the adventure going. I spent my birthday alone in Singapore eating burrito tacos while running away from a 2-foot rat.
That's a huge rat.
I taught English in Indonesia to a class of kindergartners
Alright, 6, 7.
and also rode with the futsal team to watch their tournament. Eventually, I left Asia and went straight to Copenhagen on Christmas night.
Trying the POF?
And next, I spent New Year's Eve in Budapest hanging out with a group of cool people I met from the hostel. But eventually, it was time to come home. And after 5 months of traveling and vlogging my whole journey, I went from 105 subscribers all the way to 180. Yup, at the end I gained 75 subscribers. And quite honestly, half of them were actually the awesome people that I met along the way.
Take care, guys. Good luck with the channel, man.
Like, yeah, I know, I'm not the best at videography. I don't really color grade, I don't take the best shots, I might not be the best storyteller,
I mean, it looks really cool, but yeah, it's a bridge.
and there's 100% room for improvement. But I enjoy the way that I make my vlogs. I don't want them looking too much like a movie to the point where it doesn't feel real. But I still got something out of this trip. Despite not being able to reach my goal of reaching 100,000 subscribers, I regret nothing because I still went on the adventure of a lifetime. I don't have to lay there every night wondering what if. I tried and I had fun doing it. I got to see the world and I met amazing people along the way. If there's one thing that I've learned in life, it's that even if everything is falling apart, to just keep moving forward.